And what is your name? He said, Jacob. And the man said, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men and have prevailed. It's likely that you've heard a sermon on this passage before. And it's likely that what you have heard is that Jacob, in a moment of confidence and boldness, holds on to God to get what he wants. That is not the truth. We know that is not the truth because of Hosea chapter 12. In Hosea chapter 12, verse 4, it tells us clearly that Jacob's attitude in this moment is that he weeps, and he seeks God's favor. He's seeking favor. When Jacob was in the tent with his father, Jacob lied about who he was so that he could get what he wanted. That is not Jacob's attitude in this moment. In this moment, Jacob tells the truth. And he begs for two things. And the first thing he begs for is to not get what he thinks he deserves. And the second thing, he is begging to, in fact, get a blessing that he knows he doesn't deserve. He's begging for grace and mercy. Have you ever been there? And it's in this wrestling match that Jacob hears a question that he heard once from his father. And the question is, who are you? What is your name? This time he tells the truth. This time he confesses, I am Jacob. I am Yaakov. I am the supplanter. I am the schemer. I am a deceiver. That is who I am. That is all that I am. And I'm holding on to you right now because there is nothing left for me to cling to. I am here alone, terrified, guilty, and begging you for mercy and grace. Jacob confesses who he is, and God replies, no, you are no longer Jacob. That is who you were. I make you new. You are now Israel. One of the translations of the name Israel is he who strives with God. The most appropriate translation is God strives. God makes Jacob new. He makes him into Israel. This is why we do what we do. This is why we take people into the wilderness and onto the trail. To be alone, to be away from possessions, to be away from security, and to come face to face with God. To confess who we really are to Him. To hold on to Him and cling to Him in these profound moments of utter transparency and brokenness. Because we have nothing else and no one else to cling to. If we confess who we are, God will make us new. And for every one of us who has been saved by the grace of Jesus, we are not just made new. Jesus' words in Matthew chapter 4 are true for all of us. And his words are this: follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Jesus has made every one of his disciples a missionary. Charles Spurgeon said, everyone who calls himself a Christian is either a missionary or an imposter. So this morning, the God of the universe, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, has two things to say to you. The first is a question. Who are you? What's your name? If you are a Christian this morning, you still sin. And I urge you to confess to God who you are in this moment. And he promises to continue the work that he began in you, to make you better. If you're a stranger to the grace of Jesus this morning and you find yourself feeling alone and desperate and terrified of getting what you think you deserve, and you feel yourself begging for grace and mercy, confess who you are, and he will make you new. The second thing that God has to say is through the mouth of his Son, Jesus. It's not a question, but it's a statement. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Not follow Jeff Dovish or T.D. Jakes. Don't follow True Elevation. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And we are here this morning to celebrate not the work that we do, or the work that we have chosen to do. This is God's work, and he will do it with or without us. He offers us the opportunity every day, no matter where we are, to be his missionaries. And that's the calling to each of us. So I say to you again, who are you? Follow Christ, and he will make you fishers of men. Pray with me, please. Father, thank you so much for bringing us together to fellowship. Thank you for bringing us together to hear the preaching of your word and to share with one another Nicaragua, the mountains. And God, we can get so easily caught up in looking ahead and thinking, where am I supposed to go? But isn't it you who instructs us to stand? So God, I pray that every heart this morning would understand that they are here right now because you brought them here. If there are any who are wrestling with you right now, who say, God, I'm holding on to you because I'm tired of the other things I've been holding on to. And I'm begging you to bless me. God, change their hearts today. Give them new lives. For each of us who are your followers already, we confess to you that we still sin every day. Continue the work that you began in us. Make us better. Make us more like your Son. God, if there's any untruth spoken here today, I pray that it would fall on deaf ears. The truth that was spoken, I pray that you would use it to change each of us so that we could look more like your Son. And we ask these things in his name. Amen.